yeah, a hard-hitting, exciting show coming your way. This is the Team Demolition Derby presented by Lucas Oil. Ken Stout and Brian Olson here to call the action for you. And, of course, Rob Klepper will be down there with those crazies having some fun and getting his feet in the mud.
It is good to be back here in Joliet, Illinois, here on the south side of Chicago at Route 66 Raceway. That's right, tailgating, all the good games that go along with it. It doesn't just happen at the football games, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's get it down to Rob.
Well, in football, you tailgate. In Team Demolition Derby, you tailgate as well. These fans come from all over the country, especially here in Central Illinois, to root on their favorite team. We talked to some of them on who they're rooting for and why. Who are you rooting for tonight and why?
Full Throttle, because they're the newest team and I think they're going to win.
Orange Crush.
Orange Crush.
You know what we do? This should be off camera. We all take a little bet, we rip up our cars, we all take a team, and whoever wins the jackpot. Yeah, bet a little money.
All right, Team Demolition. Let's tell them how it works here, Brian.
8 teams have joined us here in Joliet, Illinois. It'll be 4 cars per team. And it is indeed team versus team competition. The key to the whole thing is you got to have a driver make 5 laps to determine a round win. Start with 8 groups, then down to 4, down to 2, till you come out with the eliminated champion.
All right, if I had to pick one, I'm going with the reigning champs of 2010, the Orange Crush.
I'm so surprised. Well, I'll take Mean Green Machine because they've won the national championship 8 times here at Route 66.
And we'll start off with our first pairing here. It is a random draw for the first round, and it's Bad Company and Mean Green Machine that will pair up here.
On board with Zach Van Allen, who along with his brother Josh Van Allen, who this weekend, is a standby driver, makes a positive hit here.
Everybody out there in that corner, let's take a look at that one more time. That's exactly what you want. Some teamwork, and they both have that. From Bad Company and Mean Green Machine, of course, your pick, Mean Green Machine, and the 8-time champs are looking to pick up another one here, and the number 13 of Ryan Decker did exactly that. He decked him.
Watch the driver in that number. Oh, man. Now, it's a legal hit on the right side. It's illegal if you do that on the left. And Ryan Decker in the Mean Green Machine, the Cadillac, of course, the car of choice. You want the great big full-size machines. Goes on his final lap here.
Yeah, and it looks like a 77 model, and I don't know where these guys continue to dig up these big cars from back in the day, but they are perfect for this style of racing. And don't think for a second they're slow. The reason for the big heavy mud is to slow these guys down. They replaced the engine, some of them some 500 cubic inches.
Yeah, Cadillacs actually came some of them with 500 inches. They weren't the greatest with horsepower, but they were great with torque, and that's perfect on a track like this. And my boys, the Mean Green Machines, pick up round 1 win.
By the way, the late Jan Gabriel getting this thing started now has passed it on. There's a new owner here. Next up, Seek and Destroy, and the Reckoning will be our next pairing here in round number 1. Let the games begin.
Oh, man. What was the name we used to always talk about when we came here to Route 66? Joe Snow. Remember hard-hitting Joe?
Absolutely, one of the toughest.
Oh, man. Let me also explain before we get much further along that while you're seeing 4 team cars out here now per team, some of these teams will bring as many as 6, 7, and 8 cars if they continue to go rounds and they don't have cars that can make it. That's a bad hit right there for the 29. The rule book states that you can bring out a brand new one. Wow.
And Volbrecht just tattoos the 29 of Charlie the Sarge Turnbull and almost turns him over.
Charlie didn't have a clue. Why? Because these things have to have their batteries on board and the shifters are on board as well, and he was trying to get that thing fired up.
So we'll continue on here and try and pick up a few more laps. Remember, the first one to complete 5 laps is the winner of that particular race. And we're on the final lap.
Look at those things. I mean, let me make it clear. I giggled just a little bit, but this is total serious racing for these race car drivers, both men and women here.
Yeah, and these are huge teams. I mean, they will show up in a lot of cars and hope that they can go to the final round because they typically don't survive one round And the checkered flag about to wave, and it was just that close. But the Reckoning is able to pick up the win here. Congratulations to them.
And look at the fans. This place is packed.